As you can see, we've got quite a bit of snow. Time to get plowing. Last night I parked the trailer inside so it wouldn't be all full of snow, because today we got to take the skid steer up and get ready to log. Logging with a skid steer. I tell you, man, drop a comment. Coming into the mill here, gotta get the lights turned on. There we go. Bing, got some light. Time to get suited up to go plowing. First, we gotta get a fire started. These softwood slabs burn really well. So all you gotta do is put a little diesel on it. Don't even need paper, cardboard, nothing. There we go, got her all hooked up. Do a quick light check. We got our markers working. Tail lights working. All right, let's pull it out and get loaded up. So I'm a little worried that when I load it up, so this is a new F-250 to me. Shout out to Claremont Ford. Man, Steve hooked me up down there. A little worried that I don't have the stands for this, and I'm worried when I load it, it's gonna pick the ass end of the truck up. The truck that I was using previously had like a bunch of weight in the back. We'll give it the old college try. First though, we got to do some more stuff. All loaded up. Now we gotta get some fuel. We will get unloaded here. It's quite a hairy drive down here. I took this big hill down in Craftsbury and wow, almost lost it. then we take a ratchet strap, pull them taut, because I am not that strong. You know, does it go easier with 2 people? I don't think there's a difference whether it's 1 person or 2 persons. About the same. Very important where you hook to. You gotta hook on the track that's back a little farther. And this is the tricky part. What we're gonna do is we're gonna feed that down through there. This one's kind of a tricky one, actually. You know, the other one clicked right on, but there we go. There we go. Yeah, it's coming. Get this all cleaned up before we go any farther here. There. So I'm going to take out these little bolts. Yeah, these, see, they're special bolts. That's all I know about them. They're special. Wish I could tell you more. Alright, so the back one's good. Now you can see kind of how it goes together. It goes up like so. Put on the mittens for this because my hands are fucking cold. See, these are newer, so they aren't really worn out. Any little bit of fucking crap on it. Definitely bungs it up. See, and you gotta push it together like so. Wind's going bad, that's why I've been having trouble videotaping. My camera keeps getting cold. Phone, I mean. Some of you guys are looking at that going, okay, that's a little loose, and you're right. I tried to tighten it up 1 notch, which each one there's 2 settings, so you can tighten it up chain by chain. I did it 1 notch and I couldn't even get them on, even with a bigger ratchet strap, so oh well. Damn, this is weird. There we go. So this is the Crossbury Outdoors Center Ski Trail. This is Breezy Hill Farm, by the way. Summer person. I think they come up a little bit in the winter, but I've met the caretaker. They're really good. So first of all, why do I leave the booms up on the skid steer when I set it off? I found out the hard way. It is very hard to jump start and get to the battery when the booms are down. I know John Deere has fixed that on the newer skid steers. Do I really care? Well, that's not really the point here. But so you can tell where I'm walking, this is actually all ski trail. And then it dumps off down into here. I hit the lawn a little bit to come back in the spring. But you can see it's still thawed beneath the snow. I mean, it's been a cold winter. We've had nights that were down to 20 below, 25 below probably up here with the elevation. But this is my trail that I built, and it goes down into the woods. So today's Saturday. Monday we're gonna try to get in there and start cutting trees with some of the boys. Kind of excited about that. But let me see if I can. So here you go. That's the trail right there. A little shaky, put my mitten back on. It's deep. I mean, put this into perspective. I mean, it's you know, it's up to my knee. A little deeper than that. So the goal is to get about 3,500 board feet of lumber. And there's a way to calculate it. I'm sure there's some math equation. You'll probably find it online. Well, you just take a scale stick and you scale each piece. This job being kind of a lower quality job, the trees are not very good quality. I have an agreement with the forester that I just scaled how much my actual trailer holds, and then I'm just basically buying it by the trailer, which my trailer holds about 750 board feet. So the goal is if we can get 3,500 board feet, we'd be doing really good. That would be enough to kind of push me into the spring, because once it warms up, the actual cambium on the trees, it gets eaten by bugs and it starts to go bad. So it's kind of got like this shelf life, which in the winter when everything's frozen, especially down in the Greensboro Bend where it's about minus negative 40 every day, it feels like, it's no issue. But in the summer, it definitely is an issue. So goal is once we get logging here this week, I made myself a little landing, and we're gonna bring all the wood up and we're gonna stack it here. And then as I haul it out, we're gonna stack it right into my trailer from there. Encourage just bring it out, dump it. And then you're saying, well, why don't you just stack it back up at the top of the field as well? The more you stack it, the more damage you do to the cambium layer. And the more damage you do to the cambium layer, having a bad hair day. The more damage you do to the cambium layer, the less you get. So the goal is to get 6 pieces of harvesting per board foot. Easier said than done. You come in here and you look at some of these trees, like this tree right here. It's very branchy. You see all these branches? You ain't gonna get any strips out of that. Oh, you can kind of see it up there. So we're gonna come in here and log. I mean, the forester has that one marked. Rick Morrill is doing the job on this. He's actually gonna come down hopefully this week and we can kind of get his opinion on everything. But if you get trees that are really branchy or kind of crappy trees, then you just ain't gonna get that much cambium out of them, plain and simple. So right now, from my math, I'm only getting about 4 strips per board foot, which isn't great. Part of that's because it's Norway spruce. Part of it is because these trees are very stressed. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot planted in here. So this was all planted by hand. And like some of the plantations back in the 30s were planted, you know, orderly. This one was probably just a bunch of high schoolers walking around with trees, putting them in there, and they tried to plant them in rows, but they're just overpopulated, and it's killing the trees. So like, you'll see all these trees are the same age. But you see some are massive, some are small, and the smaller ones are what we're getting. We're just getting the crumbs because that's kind of what works good for our system. But the bigger trees, they're all the same age, so it's just a lot of stress from being overplanted. Damn, it's hard walking through the snow. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. We're gonna go to the outdoor center, unhook the trailer, and we're gonna go get something to eat, go hit the gym, and then go see the friends this afternoon.